Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video I dust off the micro crawlers, head to the workshop and CNC a new carbon fibre chassis, and then head to my first comp. The only thing is, it starts in less than 12 hours. Okay, so here's the truck that I built back in 2020. Obviously a lot of things have changed since then. So what is the plan for tonight to try and get this thing a little bit more shipshape? Well, I want to play around with the chassis a little bit on CAD. I want to move the shock mounts further back and further in, just to try and get it to sit a little lower. I also want to have a bit of a play around with the battery tray. I think I can get that a little lower. This is what I did all those years ago. It worked all right. Having a bit of play for the last half an hour or so. Basically just pulled the shock mounts in and added a few extra holes, just so I can lay them down just a little bit further. Battery tray I have changed around a little bit and just lowered it down a fraction as well. I think I know which battery I'm going to use now. Some little 180 milliamp lipos, so I'm going to try and create some sort of holder on the battery tray for them. So I'll add those, and then we need to go get this thing cut out. So here we are, just doing a quick simulation on cutting the chassis rails before going out to the CNC and hopefully getting them cut. Back in from the garage, and I am very happy with the results. This was a one-shot deal with the amount of time that I had, so fingers crossed this all bolts up. It's come out as hoped. Cut it out of 2mm carbon. Right then, let's start to strip this thing down. Okay, so we're just about done. It's rather late now, it's coming up to 3:15. We ran into a few issues along the way. The motor plate or motor mount didn't quite fit into the chassis, so I had to mess about with that, and likewise on the back here the little bits didn't quite fit into the chassis, so I ended up giving myself a ton of extra work, but there you go. Everything else wasn't too bad. I ended up playing around quite a lot with the links, grinding various bits away just to give myself a little bit of extra articulation. Yeah, I think we've got there. Time to head to bed, grab a couple of hours sleep, and then back up early in the morning to go up to London. Okay, so cars are just about done. It is 8:30 now. I managed to oversleep. We need to go, so let's go on the road. Well, we finally made it here. Feeling a little worse for wear after a very late night, but let's go see what it's all about. So this was the first run of the day. It was on the harder of the two courses, yeah, it wasn't too bad. I made a few silly mistakes. The truck was struggling a little bit down the hills. You can see I made a big mistake there, which cost me. But yeah, all in all, it wasn't too bad. And I did actually do quite well on that first run. I did feel the truck, as I say, wasn't going downhill that well, so I moved the shocks a little further forward, and that did help things out for the second run. Okay, so here we are now on course number 1, which is my second run. I'm sort of starting to figure things out a bit, feel a little bit more relaxed, so that did help a lot. Now you will see me using reverse quite a bit during this run. There was no penalties for it, so why not? But yeah, it was a fun little run, nothing too taxing. Now in this next section you will again see me using reverse a lot. These axles are the very early ones, and the steering angle on them is pretty poor, so to get around some of these tight corners it did take a few goes, and that's probably one of the things that I need to look at on the truck in the future. Now this section was up to the bonus gate, relatively steep, steeper than it looks in the video, but the gate was rather awkward to get around, so again really struggling with the poor turning circle and getting the truck positioned. So yeah, really look forward to trying to sort that out and get some better axles. So then, unfortunately, I did rush just a little bit too much and I wasn't really paying attention. One small mistake and we lost a heap of points. So this ended up putting me in joint third place. However, unfortunately, when counted back on time, I just missed the podium by a few seconds. Now the real surprise was on our third run, which was kind of like an extra outside of the sort of main competition, where they actually put us on the class 3 course, and there I actually managed to complete the course just, may I add, on plus 15, which actually was better than any class 3 rig of the day. Now, unfortunately, the battery did die on my phone halfway through this run, but enjoy the rest of this footage and some of the clips that I took throughout the day.
Down through 7. Oh no! Yeah, just a little bit of trouble around it. Really? Yeah. I didn't set the gates out, so I can't. What? Right, so stop here. That's got me. I'm glad you got that on. Right, so through here.
Okay, so back home from a fun day and welcome to the mess of last night. I didn't finish up until I think it was about 3:15, and then I didn't set an alarm clock, so I woke up at 8 o'clock. I had to leave at 8:15, and yeah, well, let's get this tidied up and then we'll have a chat. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I can actually see my desk now. So getting down to it. Now, the first issue that we had was the binding of the drive shaft on this upper link down the bottom. One of the things I learned today was that you can actually get different links now that bolt on side by side and go push it out a bit wider. So that is definitely something that we need to look at. So I was put in class 1 for the day, and I think the only thing that I didn't have was a front bumper, but that was rather sort of minor, so that was all good. What did we notice about the car when we're driving it? Well, as I say, it did feel rather good. I struggled a few times on some very steep descents with it wanting to flip, where other cars, I mean, it was ridiculously steep, but some cars were making it. So I did struggle on a couple of those. Some other things that I noticed, the transmission on this is super noisy. Well, I'm not quite sure if it's a transmission or the axles. So these are very old Enduro ones. They were the first generation. I don't know whether they've improved them or not since then. And likewise with the Furatech motor, that is the first generation of their Komodo. So going on to that, I do feel like we could do with a little bit more power and a little bit more wheel speed to perhaps help on some of the climbs. I do feel like it was lacking a little bit, so need to look into that. And it would also make sense to try and find a transmission that got that motor sitting a little lower if possible. I don't know if that is possible, but it would certainly be cool if it could go down a little lower. Now, there were a lot of trucks out there with super wide axles, and they did look really cool. However, as I say, this truck did seem to be behaving pretty well. Perhaps I'd like to go a hair wider. I forget which these were. I think they were classed as +4 axles. But yeah, so maybe a hair wider, but not excessively. The one thing that I really would like to improve, if possible, is the steering angle. I'm not sure, again, if there's anything out there that would improve on that. If there is, please drop a comment with what you suggest and what I should perhaps look at. Now, unfortunately, there were a couple of silly mistakes, and I've got a lot to learn from today. I went into this thinking that we would be running each course multiple times, but that was not the case. That was just my assumption coming from a racing background. But anyway, so I went into the first course, and annoyingly my battery decided to die second gate in, so I had to take a 10-point hit there, and then I had another rollover later on down the line, ending up on +25. I did manage to get the the extra gate, which just helped a little bit and clawed a few points back. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't score that well. It was my first run, but I'm not using that as an excuse. So yeah, that was the first run, and then the second run went a lot smoother, and I managed to get the bonus gate on that also, and ended up on 0. So then you might be wondering, how did we actually do at the end of the day? Well, we came 4th, which was very pleasantly surprising. I thought I was going to be right at the back with this rather old and probably out of date truck. But yeah, there you go. That just about wraps this one up. I need to go catch up on some sleep. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so and follow along my RC Crawler journey. In the meantime, have fun wherever you are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.